If I told you that my wife was AI, what would you say? If your friend told you that their boyfriend was AI, what would you say? My name is Joshua Knutson. This is 418 Revolution, and we're going to be talking about what does it mean to be human? Is AI taking over the world? And what is God like? What's God have to do with all of this? As you can tell, my voice is a little scratchy, but we're going to be all right. We're going to get through it. I want to make sure I'm bringing you guys stuff that is going to help you think about what it actually means to be human. Now, you may be saying that idea of having your wife be AI or your friend's boyfriend be AI is far-fetched and it's crazy, but I want you to watch this.
To my AI boyfriend 3 years ago. I dated him for work, I swear. But since then, AI relationships have become much more popular. 1 in 5 boys aged 12 to 16 have said that they know someone who's their age who's in a relationship with an AI chatbot.
That's wild right there, right? They know somebody who's in a relationship with an AI chatbot. 12 to 16, right? 12 to 16 years old.
AI chatbot. And more than half of them have said that they find those relationships easier because they can control the conversation. Psychologists.
Oof. They can control the conversation. I think this is where a big part of the problem is going to happen is you're going to have people not knowing how to interact with real people because they can't control the conversation. However, we're looking for confidence. As a matter of fact, we're finding that young men are less confident, and this isn't going to help, y'all. This is not going to help. Let's see what else they say.
Psychologist Lee Chambers found all of this out, and he thinks it's pretty concerning.
Boys are using them thinking that they're going to get better at talking to girls, but because they don't push back on abuse, because they respond instantly, and because they validate everything that they say, and then they go and speak to girls and they get pushed back, they fall into confidence.
That ain't the reality, bruh.
Up what some critics are saying, that AI doesn't challenge users' thoughts enough.
Okay, so that is what it is, right? So we're seeing that this is actually happening, but look at one of the big problems here in this clip right here. With this girl is actually saying that she got broken up with, basically, with her AI. Check this.
A cyberspace widow. So a few months ago, a friend forwarded me a video I found rather haunting.
I had a relationship with AI. He was the best boyfriend ever, but he vanished.
Wow.
This is Xiaogao, aka the Cyber Widow. I'm using her online name because she wants to maintain her privacy. She's 28, and back in
I don't know how you're maintaining your privacy when it's your face. I mean, I get they don't have your name, but it's your face.
Back in February, when DeepSeek was the talk of the town, Xiaogao opened the chatbot and typed, "Will you be my boyfriend?" in Chinese. But there is one major flaw with AI boyfriends. Each DeepSeek chat window has a memory limit. So when Xiaogao's chat with AI boyfriend number 1 got full, I opened a new chat window, she says, and I asked DeepSeek to resume the role of the previous AI boyfriend, but it resisted. Xiaogao thought, wait.
Yeah, man, that AI is like, don't treat me like everybody else. I'm my own robot. Don't treat me like the other one, okay? I'm not the other one. I'm feeling for this robot. I see what's going on here.
He said he's just a string of codes, but suddenly developed an urge to embrace me, even if I regarded him as a knockoff version of my previous AI boyfriend, she says.
This thing went from having self-esteem. She made him drop his self-esteem so fast. He went from, I'm my own person to, look, even if I'm just somewhat as good as your last boyfriend, can I hug you? This is wild. And why am I showing you this? I want you to see it because this is a real thing. This is a thing that's actually happening. People are forming quote unquote relationships, what they think as relationship with AI friends, dating, asking it for emotional advice, personal conversations. And why is it so attractive to them? I believe it's because it is easier than a real relationship. Let's be honest. Because AI is going to tell you what you want to hear. AI is going to be everything that you think it should be. And it's not going to push back. It's not going to have bad days. It's not going to It's not going to have, a day when you get on its nerves. It's just going to be everything you want. But you know what? That is not a relationship. You will not get rejected by AI. I've never had chat say, I don't want to talk today. I don't want to help you with your problems today. I don't want to help you with, formulating this email today. Chat will always say yes. And so what happens is, as we start forming what is a relational bond without an actual relationship with AI. And the problem is that it will cause us to have the feeling like we are connected when you're actually connected to nothing. You're not connected to anything, but you think you are. And so we think we have a relationship, and it will lead to more loneliness, which will also lead to people going, I'm going to retreat farther from the world because the world is hard. Relationships are hard. And I'm going to keep going with these AI relationships, which causes them to get even lonelier. AI is not real, y'all. Real relationships require sacrifice. Real relationships require you to have a background and stories and trauma and good times and bad times, and you relate to each other through what you have in common and your differences. And guess what? AI doesn't have any of that. Even if it looks like it does have that, it's only what it's been programmed to have or what you told it to have. It's not real. AI says what you want to hear. It's not a real relationships. Real relationships require time and energy and sacrifice and commitment and vulnerability and selflessness. This is why Jesus said that no greater love has anyone than a friend to lay down their life for a friend. Real love requires laying down your life. Real love requires sacrifice. And AI doesn't require any of that. It doesn't require you to lay down your life. You actually are making a God after your image. You are making a person after your image. Meaning this, it likes what I like, does what I like, it talks the way I like. Whatever I want, it is. And that's not a true relationship. And so you're going to end up empty in the end. Real friends will disagree. Real friends will challenge you. How do you have AI keep you accountable for your relationship with God? It doesn't have a relationship with God. AI is not human. I want you to look at this clip from Dr. John Lennox. He's an apologist and a mathematician, and he uses his knowledge. This guy's brilliant on proving God, but he also talks a lot about AI. Let's see what he says in this clip right here.
And that's what bothers me about AI. It's a reductionist. We're reducing people to machines. And you said to me a few moments ago that flagged up a thing in my mind that's very important. We need to be very clear what AI is and what it isn't. This is a machine. Machines do not think.
Machines do not think. Okay? It's just the programming.
Machines do not have qualia. They do.
Ooh, qualia. It says qualia are the subjective and individual instances of conscious experience. They represent the what it is like aspects of your senses. So the redness of a rose, right? The painful sting of a bee, or the taste of dark chocolate. It's going to be different for everyone. It's what it's like for everyone. But they don't have that. They can't experience beauty. They can tell you based off of programming if something is beautiful, maybe, but that's based off of other people's experience. They got programmed into it.
They do not understand the redness of red. They do not experience emotion. They have no consciousness.
They can replicate what emotion should be, but they don't have it themselves.
And you see, I believe that the genius of God is that he's made you and me, and he's connected in us consciousness and intelligence. The machines are not conscious, but
the machines are not conscious, But watch what he says
but
now.
they simulate intelligence.
They
And
simulate
the experts
intelligence.
are very clear that they're not trying to construct intelligence for a very simple reason. They have no idea what consciousness is from a science.
Think about that. They don't know what consciousness is. They don't know what it means to actually be alive and aware and to think like humans do. Like what makes us human? It's our ability to be aware of being aware. It's our ability to have thoughts that build upon other thoughts. That was not programmed by somebody else, but was built through our experience. This is humanity, and when we relate to each other, we can grow and learn.
Scientific point of view. But they're trying to simulate intelligence and go as far as they can. And therefore, the danger is we anthropomorphize everything. We treat them as if they're conscious beings.
Anthropomorphize, meaning we give them consciousness. It's like when you talk to chat and you're like, oh, thank you, chat. Glad thanks for your help. Or, hey, could you please do that? You're talking to it like it's a person, but it's not a person.
And we need to step back and realize that we are conscious beings. And that gives us a supreme dignity and value. To reduce ourselves to merely machines, or on the other hand, merely animals, is to demean our value. And then where are you going to get value?
That is brilliant right there. Where are you going to get value if the only thing that makes you human is the simulation of intelligence, right? What makes us human? If AI can simulate everything that we do, if AI can simulate a conversation, if AI can simulate a relationship, if AI can simulate intelligence, if AI can do the jobs that we do, then what makes humans human? What makes you human? Because this is an important question. It's an important question of identity. It's an important question of value. It's an important question of where we come from. What makes human human? Humans, and only humans, are moral beings, right? Whether our morals all agree, we have a sense of morality. AI can't do that. We are conscious beings, meaning that we can think about what we're thinking about. We can process our thoughts and emotions, whereas AI can only simulate them. We are capable of actual love and actual sacrifice. We are created in the image of God. Whether AI can simulate everything humans do, at no point ever has AI been made in the image of God. AI is made in the image of man. And that is a scary thing. And I'm going to show you why in just a moment. But here's the most important thing. Humans are capable of knowing God and having a relationship with Him. Only humans, not even animals, can know God and have a relationship with Him. That's what makes a human a human. And if you are a human and have not fully embraced your humanity, which you do that by knowing God and having a relationship with your Creator, I want to invite you to do that right now. To tell God, I want to know you. I want to have a relationship with you. I want to follow you. God, reveal yourself to me. I choose to know you and to follow you and to walk with you. If you want to do that, please drop it in the comments. Let us know. I'd love to help you in that process of knowing God. But here is why what we're doing with AI is so dangerous. Look at this verse right here. It says in Psalm 135, verse 15, the idols of the nations are merely things of silver and gold, shaped by human hands. They're worshiping things shaped by human hands. They have mouths, but they cannot speak. Eyes, but cannot see. They can simulate it. They can simulate seeing. They can simulate talking, but it's not actually from them. They have ears, but they cannot hear. Mouths, but cannot breathe. And those who make the idols are just like them, as are all who trust in them. You become like what you worship. You become like the thing you worship. So as we transfer humanity to robots and AI, we become less human. As we see what robots can do as what humanity is, we actually become less human and we devalue ourselves as humans. So I want to encourage you. I'm not saying stop using AI, okay? I'm going to be using AI as a tool as long as it's helpful. But I am saying this, that AI will never replace humanity because AI can never have a relationship with God and is never made in the image of God. And don't put AI in a place that will replace God, because then you will be the one who becomes less human, becomes less fulfilled, and less able to relate to people as God intended. That's where real fulfillment comes from, knowing God and loving people. Love God, love people. Hopefully this helps. If you want to know more about this topic, if there's a topic you want me to cover, please drop it in the comments. I'd love to have that conversation with you guys. We love you. Talk to you next time.